Now let us see what are the different options of visualizing results when you solve a problem, a CFD problem in CFX. For this, ANSYS provides another module or software graphic user interface called CFD Post. What is ANSYS CFD Post? It is a software for extracting results. It is highly flexible to use and can be used as a single post-processing environment for analyzing results from any of the ANSYS CFD solvers and especially CFX. It is designed for easy visualization and provides many options for result analysis. There are basically two features for extracting results. First is qualitative post-processing, which includes plotting contours, vectors, result, surface creations. Second is quantitative results, which are actual values of parameters and variables like forces, coefficients, and flux values. Both types of results are required for extracting design relevant data from CFD Post or CFD results. How do we start CFD Post? First option is to start the CFD Post graphic user interface from CFX Solver. For this, we click the icon of eye or result in CFX Solver. Next option is to start it from CFX Launcher, which is again icon in CFX Launch. After this, we can also start it from command line by typing CFX5 Post or whichever version you are using, its number. Again, if you want to immediately analyze results from the current running simulation, you can use the CFX Solver option. If you want to analyze already written results file, you can use the CFX Launcher or the command line option. Let us see how the workspace of CFD Post looks like. This is the graphic user interface of the CFD Post software. As you can see, it is very similar to CFX Pre. First, we have the main menu, which is this section. Then we have the main toolbar, which is a section below that. After that, we have this entire outline tree, which is similar to CFX Pre, having all the post-processing entities are listed here. After that, we have the details panel, which is here for each object that you open. Then there are different viewing planes. There is the viewer toolbar is here, and the entire viewer window is situated here. So this is how the graphic user interface looks like. Now we will see what is the general workflow when you use CFD Post. The general workflow that is followed is first you start with CFX Pre, then go to CFX Solver, and then we go to CFX Post or CFD Post. So let us take an example of this particular case. So the first step in CFD Post is for obtaining results, we need to prepare locations where we want to plot the results. This location can be a point or surface or region of volume. Then we create a variable or expression which we want to visualize. So after that, we create expressions which we want to visualize. Or we can use the standard variables like velocities, pressure, or temperature. After that, we start to generate qualitative data at different locations like contours, path lines, vectors. Once this is done, we can also extract quantitative data like we can extract values of drag, coefficient, average values of outlet. Then the last thing that we do is generate report from our results, which is writing a sort of a CFD report from the results images that we have obtained. So this is the overall workflow in CFX Post, starting from locations, then variables, then qualitative data, quantitative data, and then reports. So now one by one, we will see each section in detail. Let us now see the first section, which is cases. Here we can import one or more results file, that is the .res file. So this is where the current results file is opened. This can be loaded for doing parametric analysis simultaneously. So there will be number of results files that are opened simultaneously over here. After that, there is domain where we see different domains with their boundaries. So these are the different domains that we are seeing here. Then we have the mesh regions, which is over here. Independent of domain or boundaries, the mesh regions can be viewed separately. After that, we have the user locations or plots, which is over here. This is for creating isoplanes, points, lines on which we can visualize results. These are extremely important. Below that, we have report, which is over here. This controls the features and details that need to be displayed in the report. Below that, we have the display properties section and all the defaults that are stored. This is for changing different display properties of images we see when we display results. Generally, we don't need to edit this much. Let us see how many and what type of user-defined locations we can create in CFD Post. These are available in the locations section. So for creating any location, we click on this location section. We have points, point clouds, line, plane, volume, iso surface, iso clip, vortex core region, surface of revolution, polyline, user surface, and surface groups. If we click on any entity, any one entity out of this, as you can see, we have clicked on plane. So that particular detailed section of the plane pops up. We have geometry first, then the color, then the rendering and viewing options. First, this plane is defined by method xy plane, and the plane is z equal to 0 constant plane. This, when we press on apply, goes and sits in the location section, which is again here. So this is the process of creating planes. We will see one by one what are the different options. Point is a single point entity. Point cloud is collection of points. Line is a single line, straight line. Plane is a plane, a 2D surface plane. Volume is a 3D volume region. Isosurface is a surface of constant variable. Isoclip is a region of constant clipped variables, that is a range of variables, whatever the region is there in that range of variables. Vortex core region is used to actually visualize the entire vortex. Surface of revolution is a surface of revolution around a axis, rotated surface. Polyline is a line having different line formed out of different collection of points. User surface is user defined surface, and surface groups is collection of surfaces. Along with the user defined locations, we also have boundaries and mesh regions on which we can see results. These are available in the mesh region section. So if we have a mesh region section, the mesh regions are located here in this particular section. Whatever faces and surfaces or planes and volumes that are there in the CFX prefile appear here. So we can just select any of the volumes or surfaces and generate result on them. The entire geometry is here available for us, and entire mesh entities.